This is Play NHL, a presentation of the Sports Crafters, airing on BOA.TV, and is an EA Sports NHL 15 simulation of what could happen in today's featured game of the National Hockey League.
Thank you for joining me, gamers and hockey fans. I'm Eric Munter, Sports Crafter, playing for EA Sports NHL 15 in today's featured game of the National Hockey League.
An original six matchup here tonight. The visiting Toronto Maple Leafs come to town. They come to Hockey Town to face the Detroit Red Wings here at the Joe, where I, Eric Munter, will be playing as the Red Wings hosting the Maple Leafs. Zetterberg is into the zone. Zetterberg with a shot and a save there by Bernier. Franzen on a play out in front of his own net. Zetterberg is there. Bernier gathers it in and gets the face-off. Stephen Weiss squares and looks to battle. Wins the draw. Kindle with a shot. He scores! Jakob Kindle! 3 minutes in. It's 1-0 Red Wings. Stephen Weiss with the face-off win in the offensive zone. Right back to Kindle, who blasted it past the stick of goaltender Bernier. And the Detroit Red Wings have struck first here tonight. Franzen, the mule to Tatar. Tatar over to Franzen. Franzen shoots. It's blocked by Bozak. Partially blocked, partially fanned on. David Clarkson for the Toronto Maple Leafs to Joffrey Lupul. Streaking up the right wing, makes a move, holds on to the puck. Looks for an opening, found it, and Bozak poked off his stick. And the shot flutters wide of Jimmy Howard. Another chance to flex. Over to Kyle Quincy now. Quincy for the Detroit Red Wings. Gets it out to Tatar. Tatar across again. It's Quincy. Quincy will dump it into the corner. Chasing after it is Johan Franzen. Franzen there with Gardner on him. Franzen got it. Across and over. It's Kindle again. Kindle tees it up and it goes wide of the net. Not held in. It goes all the way down the ice. In pursuit of this is Lupul. He goes off though for a change. The Detroit Red Wings break out. It's Tatar. Tatar to Franzen. Franzen into the zone for the Detroit Red Wings. Drops it off to Pavel Datsyuk. Pavel Datsyuk makes a move. Loses the puck to Van Riemsdyk. Enough to Kessel. Kessel up the left side. Moves it over to Nazem Kadri. Kadri's in. Good save on the challenge by Howard. Kessel has it. Plays it to Franzen. Franzen a shot blocked. And now a break for the Detroit Red Wings. 2-on-1. Into the zone. A feed across. Didn't get past Franzen's stick. Cody Franzen made the play. James Van Riemsdyk has it now with under 2 to play. Dion Phaneuf to Nazem Kadri. Kadri absorbs a hit. Taken by the Red Wings? No. Kessel has it. Moves into the zone. Open man. Shot saved by Jimmy Howard. James Van Riemsdyk, the former Flyer. Van Riemsdyk has it. Walks out of the corner. Send it in front. Jimmy Howard played it to the corner and lets time expire. Red Wings score the game's only goal and lead it 1-0. Shots in that first period were 3-2 in favor of the Detroit Red Wings. That one-shot difference is the goal. The Red Wings lead it 1-0. Big hit there into the zone. It's Datsyuk, and he tried to tee one up. Maybe a little too much power behind that. Gave the time to the Toronto defender to get across and block it. Red Wings. Zetterberg has the puck. Henrik Zetterberg. Back across. It's Nyquist. Gustav Nyquist a shot again. Blocked by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Red Wing players holding on to that puck a little too long. Kessel had it, lost it. Nyquist picks it up. Nyquist on the left side, it's Pavel Datsyuk. Datsyuk makes a move, dishes across to Zetterberg. And Zetterberg flutters that all the way back out to center and into his own end. Datsyuk to Eriksson. Eriksson to Zetterberg. Zetterberg to Nyquist. Nyquist a shot stop. Rebound gathered in by Bernier. And a penalty. Bernier will get a delay of game penalty. Shoved into that outside trapezoid area. A bit of a cheat, if you ask me. But the call is made and the Red Wings go to the power play. Weiss can't win that draw. It's taken and cleared all the way down the ice. Jimmy Howard plays it around. Over to the Red Wing defender, now Tatar. Tatar's into the zone. Tatar waits. He dishes. Kyle Quincy over to DeKaiser. DeKaiser, the man whose name I couldn't pronounce a moment ago because of a brain fart. DeKaiser to Quincy. Quincy tees it up and his shot got blocked. Toronto, though, can't clear the zone. Red Wings with full press on. Feeds it across. Again blocked. And Gardner Takes to Santorelli. Mike Santorelli. He's laid out at the blue line as he tried to get in. Behind Howard's net with 15 seconds to go on the power play. Stephen Weiss. Into the zone, it's Weiss. Weiss to the slot. He scores! Stephen Weiss! 2-1 Red Wings. The goal goes down as a power play marker with 1 second to go on the man advantage. Quincy gets the assist. Here's Datsuk in the slot. Datsuk scores! Pavel Datsuk! 3-0 Detroit. Oh, there's nothing like a game at the Joe. Eriksson gets the assist and the Detroit Red Wings lead it 3-0. Here's Zetterberg, a backhander flicked it wide. Nyquist has the puck. Feeds it in front looking for Datsuk. And Datsuk was camped out along the crease. Played around the boards. Puck jumps up. Toronto has it. Big hit there. Nearly turned over, but Phaneuf worked it up ahead. Colton Orr sends in behind the net. Jimmy Howard out to play it. Picked up by the Red Wings as they regroup and look to get another break going. It's now Zetterberg. Henrik Zetterberg in. The feed across. Datsuk a chance. Flicked it on goal and was stopped. Datsuk lost his lid. Pavel Datsuk, so patient, so good with that puck. Shoots. It's blocked. Gustav Nyquist now. Nyquist to Zetterberg. He shoots. He scores. 4-0 Detroit. Jonathan Bernier has been pulled in favor of James Reimer after a rough second period here in Detroit. 4-0 Red Wings. Reimer in. Shot just wide of Reimer and those active boards. Saw that puck fling out in front of his net. Big hit there in front of Reimer's cage, and that will do it for the second. 4-0 Red Wings headed to the third. The Red Wings have scored on half their shots. If you're a mathematician, you can figure that since they have 4 goals, that means they have 8 shots. Even if Toronto had scored on all of its shots tonight, they'd still trail by 2. That, of course, mathematically meaning the Toronto Maple Leafs have all of 2 shots through 40 minutes of play. Zetterberg moves in. Henrik Zetterberg, the feed on the backside, great save. Reimer robbing Datsuk. Pardon me, Nyquist. Weiss squares. Face off to the left of Reimer is won by Stephen Weiss. Jakob Kindle, the wrist shot blocked. Weiss with a shot. It went wide. Here's David Clarkson up the right wing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Quincy on him, gives him a shove. Puck goes behind the net. Red Wings look to break it out. It's Stephen Weiss, can't get to it. Played across. Here's a shot from the point that whistles just wide of the cage. Jimmy Howard hasn't had to be great, but when called upon, he's been relatively good tonight. No goals given up thus far. Icing on the Detroit Red Wings. Faceoffs are even at 5 right now uneven 6-5 in favor of Detroit. Slim margin there. Now it's Franzen, the mule. Dishes off. Chance in the slot was knocked away by the Leafs. Stephen Weiss was trying to tee that up. Here's Fratton. Over to Santorelli, back to Fratton. Fratton on the right side. He absorbs a hit. It's around the boards. Santorelli takes a hit. Detroit hitting the bodies here tonight. Franzen moves in. Franzen tees it up, and he whistled it over and wide of the net. Played across. Here's Eriksson who shoots. It stopped. Eriksson has the puck down low. Sent it around the boards. Picked up by Franzen. Franzen kicks it around looking for Pavel Datsuk. Datsuk has it. Datsuk shoots it. It's blocked. Fratton goes behind the net. Fratton broke it out to Santorelli to James Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk takes a hit. Eriksson to Henrik Zetterberg. Zetterberg makes the move. Zetterberg tried to tee it up. Couldn't. Nazem Kadri picked up the loose puck. Kadri, the backhand feed to Van Riemsdyk, who moves in. Van Riemsdyk dishes. The shot is blocked. Cronwall to Zetterberg. His time ticking down in this one. Nyquist a shot and a good blocker save by Reimer. Flicked it in front to the Leafs. Enough. Broken puck play at center. A big hit there by the Detroit Red Wings. Kessel moves into the zone. Kessel shoots it, deflects wide. Kadri absorbs the hit. Here's Darren Helm. Helm to Justin Abdelkader with 30 seconds to go. Abdelkader has the puck. Dishes to the point. Got it back, lost it again. Lead pass, it's Phil Kessel. Kessel trying to spoil the shutout for Jimmy Howard just dumps in. Red Wings. Bad pass on a breakout and the puck goes down the ice and it will be icing. No, it's waved off. Hit there, Danny Cleary. And a whistle for a face-off. 9 seconds to go. Neutral zone face-off. And the Detroit Red Wings win it. Erickson to Cronwall. Cronwall clears the line, takes a shot, stopped by Reimer. Reimer plays it off. And the Detroit Red Wings defeat an Original Six rival, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Final score, 4-0.
Thank you for joining me for today's featured game. Be sure to subscribe and comment to let me know who your favorite team is and what game you'd like to see. Also, don't forget to go out and get EA Sports NHL 15 for your gaming console. And of course, be sure to join me for another game at another time.
The proceeding has been brought to you by EA Sports NHL 15. Catch all new simulations of featured games from Play NHL on the Sports Crafters, airing on www.boa.tv.